Just 1 week ago, I sat with a close family friend in his kitchen. He is 72, a kind man who has always loved morning walks. But as we talked, he confessed something quietly. He said, "These days, I cannot walk as far. My legs feel heavy. My steps are slower, and I'm afraid I might fall." I could see the worry in his eyes. For him, and for so many seniors, this weakness feels like an unavoidable part of aging. But what I shared with him that morning surprised him, and I believe it may surprise you too. Today I'm going to show you how the Japanese approach to breakfast can actually help rebuild muscle after 60. This is not about complicated diets or expensive supplements. It is about a simple meal taken each morning that supports strength, balance, and independence well into later years. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from, and what time is it right now? Leave a comment below. I can't wait to see your answers. And if you enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button. If not, just give it a like. It really helps this channel grow. So stay with me, because what helped my friend begin to regain confidence in his legs may also help you. And it could all start with the very first bite of your morning meal. Why rebuilding muscle? After 60 matters. After the age of 60, something quiet but powerful begins to happen inside the body. The muscles that once carried groceries, lifted grandchildren, and helped you walk with confidence start to shrink little by little. Doctors call this sarcopenia, the natural loss of muscle mass. Each year, older adults can lose up to 1 pound of muscle, even if their weight on the scale stays the same. At first, you may not notice the change, but slowly standing from a chair feels harder, and walking across the room feels slower. This silent decline affects not just strength, but independence, making everyday tasks more tiring than before. The consequences of muscle loss reach further than most people realize. Weak muscles raise the risk of falling, and one bad fall can mean a broken hip or weeks in the hospital. Studies show that older adults who lose muscle recover more slowly and sometimes never regain the same level of mobility. Even memory can be affected, because poor sleep and repeated hospital stays increase the chance of cognitive decline. Families often see a loved one change within months after a fall, and it is heartbreaking. No one wants to feel like a burden, yet muscle weakness often creates that very fear in seniors. The hopeful news is that you can take action, and it begins with something as simple as breakfast. Research shows that the morning meal supplies nearly 30% of the protein your body needs in a day. If you skip protein at breakfast, your muscles miss the signal to rebuild. But if you start the day with the right foods, like eggs, fish, beans, or yogurt, you send a message to your body. Stay strong, keep moving, keep living. Think of it as fuel for independence, a way to protect your legs, your balance, and your freedom. Each bite becomes an investment in the years ahead, and it is never too late to begin. The secret of Japanese breakfast. In Japan, the morning meal is not rushed or skipped. Instead, it is a carefully balanced plate that often includes a piece of grilled fish, a warm bowl of miso soup, a small portion of rice, and a side of vegetables. Many families also add natto, a traditional fermented soybean dish, or a slice of tofu. These foods may sound simple, but together they form a foundation of steady energy and strength for the day. The Japanese view breakfast not as a quick bite, but as an act of care for the body, a way to set the rhythm for health and activity. This tradition has helped them stay strong and independent well into old age, with some of the longest life expectancies in the world. One reason this habit works so well is the type of protein included in these meals. Fish like salmon mackerel or sardines provide high quality protein along with omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and protect the heart. Soy-based foods like natto and tofu are rich in plant protein, but they also contain unique compounds that support bone density and muscle repair. When eaten in the morning, these proteins stimulate muscle rebuilding at the very start of the day. Older adults especially benefit from this because after 60, the body needs more protein just to maintain the same strength. By making protein the centerpiece of breakfast, the Japanese give their muscles exactly what they need at the right time. Now think for a moment about the typical breakfast in many American or Indian homes. A sweet muffin with coffee, a bowl of sugary cereal, or fried snacks with tea may taste comforting, but they provide very little protein. Instead, they fill the body with quick sugars and unhealthy fats, leaving muscles unfed and energy unstable. Over years, this habit quietly weakens, strength makes balance harder, and even worsens blood sugar control. Many seniors wake up tired thinking it is just age, when in truth their muscles are being starved at the very time they need nourishment most. The contrast is striking. In Japan, breakfast builds strength, while in too many American and Indian homes, it drains it. The hopeful message is that by shifting even one part of your morning plate from sweet to protein, you can begin to protect your muscles and your independence. It is a small change, but it may carry you many strong years forward. Specific foods to eat each morning. When you look at the Japanese breakfast table, one of the first things you often see is fish. Salmon mackerel or sardines are common choices, and each brings powerful benefits for aging bodies. These fish are rich in high-quality protein, which provides the building blocks your muscles need every single day. They are also full of omega-3 fatty acids, natural compounds that reduce inflammation in joints and support heart health. For older adults, this is critical because inflammation often slows recovery and increases the risk of chronic disease. Imagine starting your morning not with an empty burst of sugar, but with a piece of salmon that fuels steady strength. Even a small portion, about 3 to 4 ounces, roughly the size of your palm, can make a real difference. Seniors in Japan eat fish regularly, and many remain active, walking miles each week well into their 70s and 80s. Another key part of the Japanese morning is soy-based foods such as natto and tofu. Natto is fermented soybeans, a dish with a strong flavor that may feel unusual at first, but it carries remarkable benefits. It is one of the richest sources of vitamin K2, a nutrient that supports bone strength and reduces the risk of fractures. For seniors, this is essential because weak bones and weak muscles together raise the chance of a dangerous fall. Tofu, on the other hand, is gentle, mild, and versatile. It provides plant-based protein that is easy to digest and helps muscles recover after daily activity. In the United States, many older adults are already familiar with soy milk or tofu in stir-fries. The lesson here is that adding even a modest amount of soy protein to breakfast, whether natto, tofu, or soy milk, can give your body steady protection against both muscle loss and fragile bones. Finally, we must not forget vegetables and whole grains. A Japanese breakfast often includes lightly cooked greens, alongside a small bowl of brown rice. The vegetables provide fiber, vitamins, and minerals that support digestion and keep blood sugar steady. Brown rice, unlike white rice, digests more slowly, giving the body a gentle release of energy. For seniors who may struggle with high blood sugar or fatigue, this balance is invaluable. Picture a plate with one serving of fish, a few cubes of tofu, and a side of leafy greens with a scoop of brown rice. This combination not only nourishes your muscles but also stabilizes your entire system for the day ahead. Taken together, these foods may sound simple, but they form a powerful pattern. They protect muscles, support bones, reduce inflammation, and stabilize energy. Most importantly, they remind us that breakfast is more than just a routine. It is a chance to protect independence. With every bite, you give your body the tools to stay strong, steady, and ready for life. The science behind morning protein. One of the most significant shifts is how muscles respond to food. Younger bodies can build and repair muscle with less effort, but older adults require more protein simply to maintain the same strength. This is not a matter of vanity or appearance. It is about being able to climb stairs safely, carry groceries without strain, and rise from a chair without hesitation. Many seniors assume weakness is just old age, yet science shows much of it is a response to insufficient protein. When you eat too little, the body breaks down muscle tissue to meet its needs, leaving you weaker over time. For someone in their 60s or 70s, even a modest increase in daily protein can help protect independence and reduce the silent risk of falls. Eating protein in the morning plays a unique role in this process. Studies reveal that the body is most responsive to protein early in the day when it can stimulate what scientists call muscle protein synthesis. This simply means that your muscles are actively repairing and rebuilding after the overnight fast. If breakfast is skipped or filled only with sugar and starch, this critical opportunity is lost. Instead of rebuilding your muscles, remain in a state of breakdown. By choosing eggs, fish, yogurt, or soy at breakfast, you trigger the rebuilding process at the exact time your body is most ready to use it. For seniors, this translates into more energy throughout the day, steadier walking, and less fatigue by evening. Imagine starting your morning with the strength of a well-fed body rather than the weakness of an empty plate. The timing of protein matters more than most people realize. Many older adults eat very little protein at breakfast and lunch, then have a large serving at dinner. While this feels natural, research shows the body uses protein less efficiently at night. After sunset, digestion slows and the body shifts toward rest. Protein eaten late in the evening often fails to stimulate muscle repair as effectively. In contrast, spreading protein evenly with a strong focus on breakfast provides the muscles with steady signals to grow and maintain strength. Think of it like watering a garden. If you pour all the water at once late in the day, much of it runs off. But if you water steadily beginning early, the roots absorb it and the plants thrive. The hopeful message here is that you do not need radical changes or expensive supplements to protect your muscles. You simply need to shift when and how you eat protein. By prioritizing a protein-rich breakfast, whether it is a piece of salmon, a bowl of lentils, or a serving of Greek yogurt, you give your muscles the tools to support you throughout the day. Weakness is not an inevitable sentence of age. With each thoughtful choice at the breakfast table, you are telling your body to stay strong, stay steady, and stay ready for the life you want to live. How to apply this in daily life for seniors in the US and India. Knowing the science is one thing, but turning it into daily habits is what truly changes health. For older adults, especially those in the United States and India, the challenge is often about convenience, taste, and tradition. Many seniors have eaten the same breakfast for decades, maybe coffee and toast in America or chai with paratha in India. Shifting to a protein rich morning meal may sound overwhelming, but in reality, it is about small, steady steps. A little adjustment at the breakfast table can provide the extra protein your body needs without removing the comfort of familiar foods. The goal is not to erase your traditions, but to enhance them so that each morning supports strength rather than weakness. For seniors living in America, breakfast often leans towards sweet or processed foods. A muffin, a bagel with cream cheese, or a sugary cereal may taste good, but they leave muscles unfed. A healthier plate could start with something simple like scrambled eggs with spinach or Greek yogurt with a spoonful of nuts. If fish feels unusual at breakfast, try adding a small piece of smoked salmon on whole grain toast. Even one serving, about the size of your palm, adds high quality protein and omega 3 fats that protect your muscles and joints. Seniors who already enjoy oatmeal can make it muscle friendly by stirring in protein rich milk or a spoonful of soy powder. These small upgrades fit easily into the American kitchen while providing the steady energy muscles need. In India, mornings often begin with chai biscuits or fried snacks like pakora or poha. These may bring comfort, but they also flood the body with starch and sugar, leaving muscles without the protein they desperately require. A simple adjustment could be swapping the biscuits for a bowl of sprouted lentils or adding a scoop of dal to your khichdi. Idlis, when paired with sambar, already provides some protein, but adding a side of curd or paneer can make the meal stronger for your body. For those open to experimenting, tofu can replace paneer in traditional dishes, offering an easy plant-based protein boost. Even drinking a glass of warm milk with a handful of soaked almonds or walnuts can transform a weak breakfast into a muscle-supporting start to the day. The most important thing is not perfection, but consistency. Protein works best when spread evenly day after day, not just once in a while. That means building a habit. In the US, it might mean planning grocery lists around eggs, yogurt, and fish instead of pastries and cereal. In India, it might mean preparing a small portion of lentils or paneer the night before, so breakfast is ready without hassle. Families can support elders by gently adjusting meals, reminding them that this is not about giving up beloved foods, but about staying strong enough to enjoy life fully. The hopeful truth is that your breakfast choices can decide whether you walk confidently into your 70s and 80s or struggle with weakness that steals independence. You do not need to cook like a Japanese chef or give up every favorite dish. You only need to choose one protein-rich item each morning and make it a daily promise to yourself. Over time, that promise becomes stronger, legs steadier balance, and mornings that feel lighter. Your body is still listening even after 60. With the right breakfast, you can remind it how to be strong again. Common breakfast mistakes. After 60, one of the most common mistakes many older adults make is skipping breakfast altogether. It often happens for simple reasons. You wake up late, you feel you have no appetite, or you believe a cup of tea is enough to start the day. Yet science shows that missing breakfast accelerates muscle loss in seniors because your body goes too long without the protein it needs. After fasting all night, muscles are ready to rebuild, but without fuel, they begin breaking down instead. Over months and years, this habit leads to weaker legs, slower walking, and a greater risk of falling. I once spoke with a woman in her late 60s from Chicago who prided herself on saving calories by skipping breakfast. But she noticed she was getting weaker, needing help with simple chores. When she finally added a protein-rich breakfast, just eggs and yogurt, her energy returned within weeks. A second mistake is relying too heavily on refined carbohydrates like white bread muffins or sweet pastries. These foods may feel comforting, but they deliver very little nutrition for aging muscles. Instead of supplying protein and steady energy, they cause blood sugar to spike and crash, leaving you tired and unfocused. Seniors in America often grab a donut with coffee, while in India, biscuits or fried snacks with chai fill the same role. They may be quick and easy, but they fail to give muscles what they need most. Over time, this habit contributes not only to muscle loss, but also to weight gain and higher blood sugar. The good news is that even small swaps like whole grain bread with peanut butter or idlis paired with sambar can change the outcome, giving you strength instead of weakness. The third mistake is replacing a balanced breakfast with sugary drinks like milk tea or sweetened coffee. Many older adults enjoy these beverages out of habit, but too much sugar early in the day can quietly damage health. It spikes blood sugar, strains the pancreas, and leaves the body craving more sweets later. Worse, it fills the stomach without giving any protein for muscle repair. I remember an older gentleman in Delhi who drank 2 cups of sweet chai every morning, believing it gave him energy. Yet, by mid-morning, he felt exhausted and shaky. When he reduced the sugar and added a small serving of lentils with his tea, his energy became steadier and his legs felt stronger. These simple changes show how powerful small adjustments can be. The hopeful truth is that these mistakes are not signs of failure, they are simply habits that can be adjusted. You do not need to give up comfort foods entirely. You only need to add or replace one item on your plate each morning to give your muscles the strength they are asking for. By choosing protein over sugar, whole grains over refined starch, and nourishment over skipping meals, you take back control of your health. Age may change the body, but your daily choices still shape how strong, steady, and independent you remain. With each thoughtful breakfast, you are writing a story of resilience and hope for the years ahead. In Japan, it is not unusual to see older adults jogging through quiet neighborhoods or practicing Tai Chi in the park. One remarkable example is a 75-year-old man from Osaka who still runs several miles each week. His secret is not expensive supplements or harsh exercise plans. Instead, it is the way he begins each morning. For decades, his breakfast has included a piece of grilled fish, a bowl of miso soup, and a serving of natto. This combination gives him high-quality protein, steady energy, and nutrients that protect both bones and muscles. When asked why he continues this habit, he smiled and said, "I eat to move, and I move to live." His story is inspiring because it shows that strength after 70 is not an accident. It is the result of consistent choices, especially at the breakfast table. The same principle can be seen among Japanese Americans living in the United States. Studies have shown that those who maintain traditional food habits, like including fish, soy, and vegetables in their morning meals, often enjoy better health outcomes than peers who switch completely to Western diets. For example, one 70-year-old woman living in California shared that she still practices gardening for hours each week. Unlike many of her neighbors, she rarely feels the fatigue that slows others her age. Her doctor noted that her muscle mass and bone density were higher than average even compared to younger women. She credits this strength to keeping her Japanese-style breakfasts, which provide steady protein and reduce inflammation. For older adults watching this, her story offers reassurance you do not need to be in Japan to follow these habits. Even in America, you can adapt these foods in simple, affordable ways. In India, the benefits are just as visible when seniors shift their routines. Consider a 68-year-old woman from Pune who used to start her day with sweet chai and biscuits. By mid-morning, she felt tired, her legs heavy, and walking to the market became a chore. Her family encouraged her to try something different. Instead of tea and sweets, she began eating a small bowl of lentils with rice and curd. Within a few weeks, she noticed less fatigue, stronger steps, and more confidence while moving around her home. The change was not dramatic or expensive, but it was consistent and her body responded. She now tells her friends, "I did not need new medicine. I only needed new fuel." This story is a powerful reminder that muscles are not beyond repair even after 60. With the right morning nutrition, the body can still rebuild strength and restore independence. Together, these stories highlight one clear truth: age does not decide your strength, habits do. Whether it is a Japanese runner, an American gardener, or an Indian grandmother, the pattern is the same. Protein-rich breakfasts protect muscles, reduce fatigue, and keep older adults active. The hopeful message for you is that it is never too late to begin. A small change on your breakfast plate today may give you more energy, steadier balance, and the freedom to enjoy life tomorrow. Your body is ready to respond, and the proof is already living among us. As we have seen together, life after 60 brings new challenges, and one of the quietest but most powerful is muscle loss. Without steady care, the legs grow weaker, balance slips, and everyday tasks demand more effort. Yet, the hopeful truth is that muscles can be rebuilt, and the foundation begins at the breakfast table. The Japanese approach, rich in fish, soy vegetables, and whole grains, is not just tradition. It is a science-backed path that gives your body the tools to stay strong, steady, and independent. This is not a luxury reserved for the wealthy or for those living abroad. It is a basic right for every senior to enjoy health, independence, and confidence in daily life. Choosing a protein-rich breakfast is not about dieting or giving up favorite foods. It is about fueling your body so you can walk with confidence, lift your grandchildren, and greet each day without fear of falling. Independence in later years is precious, and you deserve to protect it. I encourage you to try this simple shift for just 3 mornings. Add 1 serving of protein, whether fish, lentils, eggs, or yogurt, and notice how your body responds. Keep a small note of your energy and balance. Then share your experience in the comments with the word hope. That single word may encourage someone else to begin their journey too. And so, dear friend, I wish you strength for your mornings and peace for your nights. May each sunrise bring energy and each evening bring rest. You are not powerless against aging. With each thoughtful choice, you are writing a story of resilience, dignity, and hope.